Hello and welcome back to my garage. Today my brother's car is back in the shop. The Renault Megane. Yeah, we have done a couple of videos about this car. And of course we have to do something today again. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm glad that I can make a video about a repair. So hopefully you have something. Hopefully you have... why do I feel like Michael Jackson now?
Oh, Michael!
Yeah, we have a complete, a wishbone. Maybe I should have looked up the name. Lower suspension arm for, well, this car. The reason we need to, we don't need to replace the whole arm. The reason is that only the two bushings are, well, gone. The rest of the arm is just fine, even the ball joint is just fine, but even though it's cheaper to, well, only replace the bushings, I opted to do the whole unit. The reason is the car has done a couple of kilometers, and yeah, the ball joint is not bolted in, it's riveted in, and most of the time those are a nightmare to get off. You have to undo the whole arm if you want to, well, remove only the ball joint, because you have to press those out or grind them off and stuff like that. And because the car has done a lot of miles already, or kilometers already, it's maybe a good idea to replace it, the whole unit, so we are done and it can go for a long time again. And it is not that more expensive. And it saves me hopefully a little bit of work, because getting those bushings out is most of the time quite a pain. So that's why I opted for a complete arm. We do both sides because the other side is, one of the bushings is not really happy, but let's do them both, then we're done. And yeah, these are parts from Delphi, by the way, for the ones who want to know. Yeah, it did scare the chickens a little while ago. Hopefully they will shut up, but nope. So let's get started on the car. Here we have the one of the bushings, and hopefully you can see that there is a, well, that bushing is almost loose in the metal sleeve. The other one is a little bit more easy to see, that it's ripped right there, right about there. So yeah, we're going to replace the whole thing. So let's start first with the ball joint. And this one, as you can see, is also riveted in place. So this is an 18. I doubt that these have been replaced in the past. If you want to keep these intact, some guys like to hammer on the knuckle to get these things out. It's something I don't like to do. It just feels wrong to me, but it can be done. Or you can of course use a puller, but because we are going to replace it anyway, I'm going to use a pick or fork and just hammer it in there, and it will come out. Aha, it's already loose. Don't pull too much on this whole assembly, because you can pop out the drive shaft in the gearbox. So be careful with that. So push it to the side or to the back, but don't try to pull it well towards me. The ball joint is quite loose, but well, chicken rape. So. I can better put it to the other side. The reason is then I could get better to the bolt. So here we have the front one. That's what we're going to do now. And as you can see, now can I get a little bit... If I did not push the axle to the other side, I probably would not be able to get that nut out of there, or the bolt out of there. This one is a 21. Hopefully I get my impact in there. Probably not the big boy. Oh, I did not know. There is a nut underneath. I thought this was welded in place. That nut is a 30, by the way. This is the nut. Well, this is also a nut-bolt combo, but then the other way around, so we can get the bolt out of there. BMW. A French manufacturer knows how to do this, so probably you could figure it out also. The top one is a 21 and the bottom one should be a, I think, a 30 as well. Just like the other one. We now should be able to just wiggle this thing out of there. Probably need some little bit of persuasion. Let's put in one bolt and maybe we can force the other way, the other one in there. So let's put back one bolt. Gravity. Hopefully we can now force the other one into its place. What did I say about that drive shaft? Yeah, I pulled it out of there. Of course it was an accident, but I have to be sure to put some oil back in there. It was leaking a little bit. So yeah, it's quite easy to get these things out of there. So again, be careful with that. Well, I did a shot wrong, but this one is already tight. Don't get your fingers in there. It's going to hurt. And hopefully, with now a little bit of a push inward, it goes straight in. And of course a new nut. Well, the nut is still at 18, so that's not changing. Well, the whole arm is in its place now. But when I replaced the front tires because they were getting bald, that's why I saw that these bushings were torn. Most of the time these arms, these stabilizer arms, most of the time these are gone. But when I checked, they felt just fine. But if I check them now, well, you can definitely hear it. Well, maybe if the compressor is stopped. So hopefully you can hear it and you probably can see it. If you just look here. Do you see that ball joint there? Just wiggles just a little bit. Too bad I didn't order them. Oh well, that's another video. So there you have it, how to change these arms on a Renault Megane. It's a straightforward job, as it should be. BMW. Yeah, that mini thing, I'm not going to get away from it from a long time. But as you have seen, just normal nuts and bolts. I thought they were welded to the subframe, but they aren't. And that's definitely a good thing, because those things, well, if you have like the VWs, the Polos and the Golds and stuff like that, those are aluminum threads, and well, they do strip sometimes, yeah, and then you have to repair that. In this case, if a nut goes round or something like that, you strip it, you can get another nut, and up you go. Of course, those nuts were a special kind of nut, but even then, if you are in a pickle, then you can get just a normal nut and bolt, and you will go from A to B. Of course, a proper nut will definitely be, yes, don't use context, please. But a proper nut, yeah, now I'm not going to get any further. So, a proper nut, of course, you need to install later. But other than that, it went quite flawlessly. Of course, yeah, I warned everybody about that, not to pull too hard on the axle because of the leak you will get from the seal. Yeah, the CV joints are, you're you're pulling the CV joint out of the gearbox, and of course an oil leak will happen. And as you have seen, well, I was quite careful, but as you have seen, it still leaked. These things are really loose in there. I thought that most of those CV joints are held in quite nicely, but this one was really loose. So be sure that you have just a little bit of oil on hand in case this happens. So other than that, we have here those wishbones. I don't know for sure if these are the original ones. The reason is most of the time you would find some Renault logos on there, and I don't find them. The only thing I find is on the ball joint TRW. So I do think these are already replacement ones, but I do not know for sure. Maybe someone out there knows and can put it in the comments. But yeah, these are from, or at least the ball joints are for TRW. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, or at least learned something from it. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to follow me around, you know what to do, and I will see you next time. Bye.